All right, sorry guys. I'm sure you can see us now. Hi, how are you all doing? Welcome to today's webinar. Let us know if you can hear us and see us as well.
Hello, everyone. Hi, can you guys hear us?
Hi. Let us know if you can hear us, and then we'll start the webinar.
Okay, they can see us now.
Okay. Hi, today's webinar is about how to grow your social channels with AI-generated content. So before we begin, I want to introduce myself and my partner here. So I am Manur. I am a digital marketer here at ContentStudio, and I will be walking you through the webinar and giving you the demo. And then we have Manip with us, and he will be answering your QA sessions and giving you a little bit of more information. So let's start the webinar. So at first glance, we're going to talk about, the benefits of AI-generated content. We're briefly going to skim over those, talk about the types of AI-generated content, and then move into ContentStudio's AI caption generator and its features. We're going to talk about, how you can create the perfect captions for your social media, because obviously it's really important for you to create really great captions, to create the content. Then we're going to walk into the demo of AI caption generator, and at the end we're going to have a Q&A session. So starting off with the benefits of AI generated content, everybody knows them by now because with the whole ChatGPT and everything going on. So we're briefly going to skim over those. Firstly, of course, it saves you time, so you can do more in lesser time. And since you have the opportunity to do more, you are more productive, which leads to better quality work, of course. There's more efficient use of resources because you have so much to use to create better content, to save up time, and the variations exist. And then finally, you can improve your personalization. So the more content you feed to your AI generator, the more specific you are, the better it can, really target your niche and give you the content that they really need. So now talking about the types of AI content. So there are 4 types. The first one is text-based content. And this basically includes all your product descriptions, social media captions, and news articles. Then we've got the image-based content. So that would be product images, infographics, or just posts that you put up on social media. And an example of this would probably be DALL-E 2, if you've heard of that, or where you can write your text and it generates stuff for you, images for you. Then we've got video-based content. So that would be AI helping you create better content. And then we've got audio-based content. So that would be for podcasts and stuff like that, where you can really enhance your voice or, the content that you're sending out through your audio, make it better. But the one that we'll be talking about, the type that we'll be talking about today, is the text-based content, right? Because that is exactly what we are offering here at ContentStudio at the moment. We've also got a nice new update, a nice update for you, basically, for the image-based content, but we're going to talk about that towards the end. So talking about AI caption generator, the features that it allows you are, firstly, you can create social media captions, and I've added a little bit of a description under each title so that you can have a better understanding of it. So we have social media captions. You can write captions for all kinds of social media. There's tweets, so you can create captions for tweets. You can create captions for Instagram. We've got captions, if you want to write inspirational quotes, any kind of posts, actually, you can, write those down, extract them from the generator. And then we've got the ability to extend or expand your content. So, if you get stuck at any point or you don't know what else to write, you can really extend your content. Then we've got the ability to improve content. So you can actually, put in your content and then click the improve button, and it'll just, generate better worded content or better information that you want to add to it. We have the ability to summarize text. So, pretty self-explanatory. Then we've got the summarize URL. So if you've got content sitting in a, say, blog format or something, you can, share the URL and you will get content. We've got a pros and cons list. So in case you want to, extract any of that, you have the option to do that. And lastly, we've got the rewrite option. So you can change up the words and stuff. A few other things I want to talk about are the ability to set a word count limit. So depending on what social media channel you're posting to, or just the content that you want to share, you can set the limit yourself, and the template also presets it for you. So, I'll show you when we talk about it in the demo. You can select your tone of voice, so whether you want to talk serious or funny or whatever, you have the ability to do that. You can generate hashtags and emojis. So great, fun content. And lastly, we give you the option to generate between 1 to 3 variations according to your choice. So lastly, before we get into the few tips that I want to give to you for social media captions, I just want to say that, remember, you are the industry expert. So AI helps you generate better content, but it does not help you create the best quality content. You have the power to do that. So the more information you feed it, the more selective you are, the more specific you are about the content you want, the better it will provide. So talking about how you can create the perfect captions for social media, first of all, you should know your audience. Now that's pretty self-explanatory also, but you really need to get in touch with your audience. And I mean, like, when you ask them questions directly, or, set up polls, when you connect with your audience personally, that's when you get to know them the most. So really try to understand what their interests are, what their goals are, and what they're struggling with, right? That way you will create a better audience profile. You can save it with you, and you can always share it to your social AI generators and stuff, or even for yourself later. So you know exactly what kind of content you want and what you want to, pitch to your audience, what you're targeting. Then secondly, we have the fact that you should create an engaging hook. Now, everybody knows that, but specifically for social media, let's say Instagram, you have a 125 character limit, right? Before you have to click that more option. So you need to make sure that those first 125 characters really pack a punch that makes your audience want to click the more option. So for that, you can ask them a question, or you can, mention a polarizing statement. So not something that offends anybody, obviously, but something that can get a discussion moving, right? Then we can have a funny statement or a cliffhanger that makes them think, oh, what does that mean? Let me click and see more, right? So right here, for example, I've written, we've asked a question right here. So that's something you can do to create an engaging hook. Now, of course, when you're creating content, you need to create good content. And of course, that comes with good copywriting as well. So I'm going to share with you 3 ways that you can create really good, engaging captions. So the first point I want to talk about is future insights. So this is basically a caption that you create where you paint a picture of what your audience's life will be like if they start using your product or your service. So that could be you asking questions like, using our service will bring you more followers and engagement. So assuming that is the goal that your audience wants, they'll be interested to see what you have to offer. Secondly, you can create a sense of urgency. So, if something is running out of time, or, when they really should be doing something, that's the punch you're giving them here. So you can say something like, oh, the sale ends in 24 hours. So that'll really get them to click your link or whatever your end goal is. Similarly, we have another option that you can go for, and that is to steer clear of setbacks and consequences. Now, what does that mean? Is basically your audience avoiding any blockades. So of course, as a human being, we don't want to get into a difficult situation. So obviously, when you tell your audience something like, hey, are you lagging behind because you're not following the trends? And of course, people will want to click and see, oh, I'm doing that. Let me see what I can do to fix this, because nobody wants to put their business at risk. Lastly, write clean. And what that means is make sure you're writing short paragraphs and you have paragraph spacing. So if you have all your content in a box right here and it gets really clumped up, nobody's going to want to read it, and it's going to create lots of complications for you and your audience, right? So make sure you create little paragraphs and you write clean. Lastly, here I'm going to talk about call to action. So there's 2 kinds of call to actions that I'm going to talk about. Firstly is the primary call to action. So that would be something like click this here or comment here, or mention us right here. That's what you want your audience to do immediately. But in the long term, for example, you want them to convert, or you want to generate leads and stuff, you can add your secondary call to actions in your captions as well. And that could be something like click my link, or go to my website, or read this, depending on whatever your personal goals are. So now that we've discussed the captions, let's go on to the tour. I'm going to take us to, let me see, right here. Sorry about that. Please wait. I'm going to I hope you guys found this helpful. We're going to get into the demo. All right, so let me just share my screen. It's loading. Getting a nice full view. All right, I'm going to change my workspace and go into our social composer. Yes, this is being recorded, so you guys can watch it later. Opening up the social composer. All right, so here we go. So firstly, you're going to go to ContentStudio and then open up the Post Composer. And right here, we have the Generate AI Text option. So you're going to click that. And my face is in the way, so I'm going to move it. All right, so right here, you'll be able to see the box. And here you can define a specific prompt. So let me show you. We've got the options that I mentioned here in the webinar. So, you know, there's the social post caption, tweet idea, Instagram caption, etc. We're going to talk about that, but firstly, here is the free box. Basically, you haven't selected a template, so you can write in whatever you want right here. So let me, for example, say, let me write something like, write me a topic. Let's just go with what, write me a topic on how to keep your business competitive. In the digital world. There we go. And well, 50 words, right? The tone, I can go with something like informative. And I want 65 words, 38 words, right? I can generate hashtags and I can add emojis. I'm going to show each of these things to you separately. So first of all, let's go generate something like this. Very basic. It's going to initialize, refine content, and it's going to generate the caption and give it to you. So right here, it's given us 3 different options: how to stay competitive in digital age, leveraged technology, adapt to change, and innovate, right? Now, if I want something longer, let's say 50 words, well, 100 words, right? I can do that, and I can say, create a listicle, right? Now, let me go in and say generate hashtags as well. I'm going to regenerate this. It's going to do this whole process again. Generate a caption, and then it's going to show you what you created. Similarly, we have a lot of different tones of voice tones. So I'm going to show each of them to you specifically, individually. We're going to walk in through with all of the different options. See, so right here, listen to me. It said, oh, well, here's your listicle. So, you know, staying up to date with digital technology, develop an online presence, utilize video content, etc. So these are the 3 different options that it gave us, right? Now, if you really want to say maybe create something with a predefined template. Okay, so by the way, when you're writing free, you will have to, give it the exact specific thing that you want it to give to you, because when you click one of these are like pre-made templates, you could say. So it makes it easy for you to write something down. So for example, let's talk about creating a social media post caption, right? So for that, I'm going to write something like boost your social engagement for AI-based setup. Hello. I want something, let's say, optimistic. I'm going to include emojis. Boom. Generating caption. Let's see what it gives. So there we go. Let's take AI-powered setup to the next level with more social engagements, discover the potential of smart automation, and then it gives you hashtags, relevant hashtags to your content. Similarly, let's try something like tweet idea. So as you can see, the approximate words change according to the template you pick. So obviously, Twitter has a lesser word count. So we're going to write something about, I don't know, give me something related to selling burgers online with the power of social media. There we go. Now I want something witty here. So I'm going to go down, witty, generate hashtags and include emojis. So we're going to do that. There we go. I'm going to generate a caption for you. Serve up delicious burgers online with the power of social media. Sell your burgers online with the power of social media and make foodies happy. Craving a juicy burger? Make it happen with a click. So it's got really nice, innovative things, I think, that you can, something you'll definitely like. And if you don't like any of these, you can always click the regenerate caption and it'll give you more. You can always copy down these captions or add them straight to the editor. So let's talk about the Instagram caption now. So let's say I uploaded a picture of a cat. Let's say I uploaded a picture of a cat jumping over the moon. There we go. And I want this to be a really hopeful message that I'm sending out to my audience. So I'm going to click the hopeful option right here and click generate. Let's see what it has to give us. Look at this amazing kitty soaring over the moon. Follow your dreams and don't forget to keep reaching the stars. Look at this furry little astronaut. Look at the determination. Jump straight to the moon. Nothing is impossible. So, the kind of voice or tone you select really, shows up in the generator. So that really helps you create caption that you're looking for. Let's talk about inspirational quotes. So let's say I want to talk about staying motivated or something. So stay motivated. Let's see. Working through difficult economic conditions. There we go. I want something, let's say, informative, hopeful. Let's say hopeful. Do hopeful. It's fine. Let's see if it changes how I feel. Stay motivated. Even in tough times, there is always something to strive for. Stay motivated and persevere through tough times. So it also adds hashtags in between your sentences. So that's great if that's something you're looking for. You can always increase the word count, and that way it'll give you something that you're looking for. So let's talk about the next one, which is extend and expand. So let's say I wanted to write something like the Instagram automation process is extremely time consuming, right? But ... Let's make it really dramatic. And let's say I want it to be informative. So let's do that and generate caption. I'm going to show each of them to you so that you really get an idea of how this helps you out. So, as much information as I can give as possible. So See, so the word count is greater. It's giving us more content here. So the automation process can be extremely time consuming, but it's worth the effort. Automation tools can help you save time and energy by scheduling posts, engaging with followers, and analyzing results. We can look at something like it's extremely difficult and time consuming, but it can be a great tool to help you grow your business. During process, time consuming, great, beneficial to businesses looking to expand their online presence. So it really expanded that little bit of information that I gave it. Let's do the improve. So let's say, I want to improve this statement that we're already doing, right? So let's copy this right here, copy it. I'm going to change this and paste it here. And I want to improve it. So let's say I want to improve it, change it to 76 words, or let's do 100 words, generate. Now it's going to take some time to generate. Also, the longer your word count is, of course, the more it's going to put an effort to, really give you what you want. So it's going to take more time, but it'll give you really good captions. So right here, see, it's improved what it was written before. Instagram automation is the key to success in the digital age. Automation can be tedious, but it's worth it. Stuff like that really helps you, right? Now let's talk about summarizing the text. So let's say this text was too long. I don't like it. I want to summarize this text right here. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to decrease the word count. So maybe I want like 35 words. Let's go with that. Let's see what it has to give us. There's a summarized text option right here. See, so it made like little things. Let's see. Instagram automation can help save time and energy by scheduling posts, engaging with followers, creating content, tracking followers. So it's really summarized everything, as you can see right here. Interesting. And the hashtags are also something that are really relevant to the thing. So I think that's great. And it also tells you the characters that it's using and the words as well. So that's great. Let's talk about the next option right here. Summarize the URL. Now I have a URL right here. Let me copy it. That way it'll be easier for us. So let's say I want this URL right here. I'm going to copy paste it and paste this URL right here. I want this to, let's see. I want this to be a nice, let's change the tone. Let's make it a nice, joyful, persuasive. Let's do persuasive. Let's see what it gives us. Now, when I show you this, I will tell you something that I talked about previously in my presentation before we started this demo. And that is, as you can see here, it gives us a really big chunk. And if you don't want that, it looks bad, right? You can always tell the generator that you want to add paragraph spacing, right? And you can maybe increase the word count. Let's see what it gives us. This one, generate, and give us a nice summary of the content written in this URL right here. There we go. See, it created pointers, and the more content you give it, the better it'll work out. I should have given it more words to write on, but it's all right. See, it gave us a division points and stuff like that. So the more specific you are with the tool, the more it'll give you examples. Let me regenerate and see what happens. Let's see. It's little, so that's why. All right, and moving on to the next one, which is pros and cons list. That's nice. Let's see, what can we talk about? Pros and cons. Entrepreneur. In 2023. I know how to spell entrepreneur. All right. So let's make it nice and professional. I can make it sad as well. Let's make it sad. Let's see what it gives us. So it gives us a list of pros and cons, which I think is great if you want to share, the goods and the bads about a specific topic you're talking about on social media. Lastly, we have the rewrite option. So let's say I want to rewrite this right here. So I'm gonna, add this to the editor. That's okay. I'm gonna copy paste and go back. Right. So let's say I want to rewrite whatever I just got here. I want to rewrite this, but here's the nice little twist. I can tell it to give me an output in another language. So let's say I want it to tell me this in French. Let's see how many of you know French, and let's see how it works out. So in French language. There we go. Let's see what it gives us. How many of you guys know French? Let's see. Ta-da! I think this is so fascinating. I was just, when I first used this, I was so impressed. I cannot begin to explain to you how exciting this was. So as you can see, it's in French. You can put it into your Google Translate and see if it's correct grammar and stuff. I know those of you who know French, well, good for you. You can read what's written here. So these are some things that the AI generator can do. You can always switch between any of these. There's so many different things. Guys, play around with it and tell us how it works out for you. Now that the demo is over, you can always, by the way, for example, I add this to the editor and I want to publish this. I'm going to select a social channel, schedule it for whenever I want, and schedule it away. It's so easy. I think this is a great thing to have in your social media strategy, in your social media team, something to work with. Now we're going to go back into the webinar and we're going to talk a little bit about the pricing, and then we're going to talk about the oops, I accidentally clicked the wrong button. That's okay. I'm going to move on to the product, the question answer session. So here's the webinar, the presentation, sorry. There we go. Now Manip will talk about the pricing page. So Manip, you can take over.
Hello guys, hi. We just received a message on the comment board over here that is this does does every package include AI generated content? And yes, so each package has its own set of limits available. And like right now, Manu has a large agency plan, so that has about 150,000 words available. But in case she needs more, she can purchase them through the add-on section. Okay, so each add-on costs about from 0 to 99. It costs $0.75 per thousand words. So in case she needs more than 1,000, $1.5 for 2,000 words, and it goes on to 100,000, then 1,000,000 words, it is $0.5 per thousand word. And if she goes beyond one, it would cost $0.3 per 1,000 word. So that's how we've actually, planned this billing part of the AI words. Okay, and now let's move on to the QA session. Okay, let's see. Okay, we've got so many questions over here. Okay, no. Okay, can you add paragraph spacing to any option or just to the summarize URL? No, you can add this option to any of the generated content. You just need to pass on the instruction to, format the content as you see fit. Okay, where are 10 hashtags pulled from? Okay, so these hashtags are actually generated on time based on the content that is getting generated. And the hashtags are usually the ones that are these days on the social platform. So that's how the AI generates them. Okay, what about image AI? Okay, so image AI is ready and it will be available by tomorrow. We are going to be sending out this release tomorrow, and yes, it will be available. And we might as well. Okay. Uh, let's see. Bench is perfect. Okay, that's good to hear. So yes, you can the input the in any language, but especially it's best if you input the instructions in English and define the output language. So that's the best way to actually generate the most relevant content. There you can provide the same content in French and then expect an answer in French, but we've noticed that there are a few glitches here and there. Okay, thank you, Steph. Okay, the hashtags being generated are most relevant for the topic based on the effectiveness. Yes. Okay, this is next level, guys. Thank you. Is there a list of commands you can enter? Yes, it's basically an instruction prompt. So you can, pass on any information that you want the content to be generated from. So it's actually up to you. So as much information as you provide to the AI bot, it would actually generate the most relevant content for you and be more specific towards your needs as well. Okay, maybe this was presented before. Is there image AI available? Yes, it will be available by tomorrow. I don't believe. Okay, where do we see the limits in our accounts? Okay, you can see these limits in the accounts, billing and accounts section.
Let me show you guys.
Okay. And the other place where you can see this is in the composer section. When you click on the AI generate button, it opens up the model, right? At the very top, we are showing the limits that are available. And as soon as the new content is generated, that limit bar is also updated. And okay, how can I get a list of commands like write me a topic on how? Okay, the way this is designed, that these templates that we have created, the ones that Mike is showing, we've actually defined all of the instructions necessary for you to generate the content. So basically, you just need to select the template, the template that is relevant to your social post, okay, and just type in the title or give as much information as you feel is necessary for it to generate that content. Like for generating Instagram caption, he wrote a picture of a cat jumping over a moon. So he defined the picture, right? So that's why the content that got generated over there that was relevant to that picture. Okay. And do you count the generated content or the ones we actually calculate the generated content. So if you generate three variations for it, each variation would cost you per word in your limit. Okay. If you refresh or don't use the words, are you still charged? No, just hold on, guys. Okay. If you refresh or don't use the words, are you still charged? Okay, so these limits actually get refreshed on the first of every month. So in case like Manu uses up her entire plan limit of 150,000 words, the next month of March, her entire limits would get refreshed. Okay, and then we have the like content or the ones we do you count? Okay, I've already answered that. If you refresh or don't use the words, are you still charged? You're going to leave us on news like that. Can we get a sneak peek? Okay. So you guys want a sneak peek on the AI generated image? Um, I don't think that I can share this right now. Just you guys just need to wait till tomorrow. Okay. It will be available, and it's
Come
best
on, guys,
that
don't ruin the surprise. You can watch
Yeah.
it tomorrow.
Okay, doesn't yet detect malicious activity. Image AI detect malicious activity. It's actually we are using the chat GPT method. So yes, uh, it is handled completely by them. Okay. Does image AI detect? Okay. Can you demonstrate language features again? Okay, Manu, can you please demonstrate the language features again?
Sorry, you guys couldn't hear me. Right, sorry, my audio was not on. So right here on the top, you can see the credits. So you can always check those out here. Every time you use them, the bar will change, obviously. And you can buy more credits later by going to the billing section in your settings. So somebody was asking right now about the language feature. So let's say, talk about AI in 2023. All right, let's go with that. Put a word limit of 100, select a tone. So I want something formal, and I'm going to generate 3 outcomes right here. So let's do that. I'll show it to you in English, and then we're going to play around with the languages a little bit. Generating caption. What language do you guys want to see? Right here, so we've got it in English. Let's say I want this to be in another language. So in, let's see, name a language. Spanish, okay. In Spanish, Espanol. There we go, generate. Generating caption. It's best if you input it in English, I think, and then the output in the language that you prefer. I think that's a really nice feature. Like I said, I was really impressed by it.
Okay, so Zaki wants it in Arabic.
Oh, okay. Let me show the next one to you in Arabic. So right here we've got Spanish, and all of you people who can understand this, let me know if it's right. So let's look at it in Arabic. Arabic. There we go. Language. There we go. Let's listen to the words a little bit. Maybe faster. It's generating. It takes a little bit of time to change the language, so it's understandable. Was there any other, somebody asked about repeating the repeating option, so I will show you that after this. Let's go very briefly. If there's any other questions, you can keep answering them in the meantime. I see, so there we go. Arabic. This is so cute, guys. I love it. I get fascinated each time. All right, so let's say I want this right here. I'm going to add this to editor. There we go, in Arabic. Now, when you scroll down, let me select a social channel, let's say Instagram. Right, I'm going to select this option right here. It's called repeat post. So when I select that, I'll be able to choose how many times I want to repeat this post on my social channels, how many times I wanted to keep posting. So I can choose the number of times it'll post here, 1, 2, or 3 times. And I can even set an interval to it. Like I want it to show up every 3 times in every, I don't know, 3 weeks, 3 times in 3 weeks. So that way you can use this in the sense that, if you have some reminders to share or some announcements to make, this really helps you, schedule everything beforehand. Like, for example, if we were having this webinar, I would create a webinar post about it and then schedule that on repeat for like 3 times a day so that you guys would keep getting updated about it. So I hope that this helped. It also gives you a little bit of a few options right here. So that's where you can always put the schedule or best time to post, whatever works for you. If there's any other questions related to the Content Studio screen, let me know. Yes, exactly. Like Bakar said, your creativity is the only limiting factor in the prompt. Like I said, it gives you information, it is there to help you, but you are the industry expert. So you will be the one giving it the information that you need it to give back to you.
Okay, so the marketing said, does it include animated images? It won't be able to create GIFs. There would be static images like JPEG.
All right, somebody was asking about the billing section as well. So right here, when you go to your settings, you select the billing and plan. And right here, you can add add-ons. So let me click into increase limits. And right here, you can see the AI text credits. So, you can keep increasing them and you'll be able to see the amount that you'll be charged as an add-on annually and monthly.
Okay, so we have a question. How far ahead can you schedule the post? So you can schedule the post as far away to the future as you see fit. So there is no basically limit to how you schedule the post. You can just set the time in the infinite time that you think is right for the post. Okay. So is Content Studio able to post to Facebook Reel, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts? Yes, it's available on all three platforms. For Facebook pages, for Instagram business accounts, and YouTube Shorts are available. So there are some limits to the YouTube Shorts, like the video needs to be less than 60 seconds, and it needs to be in the portrait format. So that's it. Okay, and then Curtis, another question. Okay, what did Curtis ask now? Okay, I've answered that. Okay, because as we are trying to understand how transform the AI, what we want, but content, how can we play around with it or getting charged? Okay, you do have, each plan does have a lot of limits available. Like one of the users reported that their large LTD has 30,000 words. 30,000 words is a lot. So you can test these out. And in case you want to, learn the content that is being generated, you do have a history for all of the captions that are generated. Manu, can you show them the history section for the post that okay. Um, just a few seconds, please. Okay. Good. Nice to know before starting tutorial. Okay. We have begun an agency trial. Okay, that's good to hear. Z marketing. I'm glad to have you on board. So to use this function, we have to pay more. Your plan already includes the AI caption generation, and by tomorrow will include the AI image generation credits. So you won't actually need to pay more unless you want to, run out of the limits and you need to purchase more words. So only then would you need to pay for this. There are a lot of credits available for each plan, so there is no need. Okay. Uh, so use this function, we have to pay more because it seems you would use up 5,000 words within a post or two by generating content. So limits would get expensive quickly. Um, the maximum number of words that you can generate to the AI right now, we said is for 750 words. So unless you want more than that many words, 750 words is already an almost a short blog post. So yes, so 5,000 words would still be a lot. If like you're creating tweets, there are 280 characters, about 40 words, right? So that is a lot of words, about 1,000 tweets, I think. All plans have enough words to test and use the content. Yes, that's correct. Okay, is it just word generated or what's actually used? It's actually instruction based. So as may match instructions that you pass on to the content, uh, the most relevant content would get generated. Okay, to AI trades, I prefer much more a company making money and surviving than having free access and company going down in a matter of months. Okay, thank you so much for backing us up on this.
Hi, so somebody was asking about the caption history. So right here, sorry, I closed the composer, so I'm just gonna write something like social media management in 2023. So let's see, let me select something and generate, and I'll show you the caption history. So right here on the top in the results, you'll be able to see your caption history, the versions that you created and the time along with it. So like I said, like I created a few right now so that I could show you guys. These are the captions that you can see. There we go. So yeah, you can always add them to the editor. It's simple. Any other questions?
Okay, so Matthew says hi. Hi, Matthew.
Hi, Matthew. Thanks for joining into our webinar. I hope it was helpful to you and you got something out of it. Please do use the AI caption generator and let us know how it works for you. Your feedback is very valuable to us, guys. We always try to create things and change things around to whatever you guys tell us to, whatever you guys need. We're always there to create it for you and make it better for you.
Okay, health alert remedies. Can you please explain what you're trying to ask? Which plugin are you talking about? The Chrome extension or? Thank you, Steph.
All
Okay,
right.
waiting for health alert remedies. Let's see.
Right. So if you guys have any questions about the tool itself, I can show you that in the meantime. And if you have no other relevant questions to this webinar in itself, then we're going to quickly wrap up the game. Thank you so much for joining in the webinar again, guys. It was really nice having you all here. Do let us know, give us some feedback if you have want anything changed or whatever. And hopefully we'll see you in the next webinar. Health Alert Remedies has said WordPress.
Okay. So we are
No problem.
WordPress, and we are working with them on resolving this issue, and it will be available soon. We've sent them countless support tickets to reinstate our WordPress plugin, but we are still in talks with them and waiting for their reply. So let's see. Hopefully soon it will be available. And in case you absolutely have to, install the WordPress plugin, you can do that link. Now you can email us on support, and I'll send you the link to download right away. Okay, and can be they are given new feature. Thank you so much. This is really good to hear that so many people are actually supporting us. Do purchase credits roll over? Yes. So each month these credits are rolled over. So if you used up about as much limit as you consumed throughout this month, they would automatically get reset by the next month. So that's how it works.
All right, thank you guys. See you in the next webinar. We will have that on the image generation. So looking forward to seeing you all there. It was nice having you guys. See you in the next webinar.